Mga kapatid, ang Amerika ay mukhang naghahanda na rin, no, kung paano nila haharangin o lalabanan, mga kapatid, ang mga plano ng China. At after nga, no, ng pagbisita rito ni US Defense Pete Hegseth, no, sa Pilipinas, ay ngayon ay nasa Japan naman siya. At ang sabi rito, mga tol, sa report mula rito sa First Post, US is making a war fighting base in Japan to counter China, mga tol, no? Para pigilan o para tapatan, mga tol, itong ginagawa ng China. Ayon pa nga, mga tol, sa ibang report, prioridad ngayon ng Amerika ang pagpapadala ng mga kagamitan o ng mga armas dito sa Taiwan laban sa bantang pananakop ng China, mga tol. Tulad nga ng mga napag-usapan natin dati, mga tol, mukhang hindi talaga papayagan ng Amerika na manaig, no, o maghasik o maghari, mga tol, etong China dito sa Indo-Pacific region. Lalong-lalo na rito sa South China sinadaanan, mga tol, ng mga kalakal ng buong mundo. Siyempre, malaking kakulangan yun sa Amerika, no, at ayaw nilang mauungusan sila ng China. Kaya ngayon, eto, gumagawa sila ng mga hakbang. Una muna rito sa Pilipinas, sinabi na nila kung ano ang mananatili, mga kapatid, ang ating ugnayan, yung ironclad na pagkakaibigan o commitment ng Amerika sa Pilipinas. Ngayon naman, nandirito na sila sa Japan at gumagawa sila ng war fighting base. No? Panoorin natin tong balitang to, mga kapatid, mula rito sa First Post. Bago natin to simulan, huwag mong kalimutan mag-subscribe. Click mo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify ka whenever na may mga bago tayong reaction video tulad nito. Alright, so wag na natin patagalin pa. Panoorin na natin to, mga tol. Ayan, new war command in Japan.
From Trump's love for Saudi Arabia, we turn to his plans for China. U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth is in Japan. He's basically the American defense minister. He's in Japan and he has been sent by President Trump himself. Pete Hegseth's task is clear: prepare for war with China.
Prepare for war with China, mga tol. Yun ang kanyang mensahe, no?
This is his first visit to Asia in his current role. His first stop was in the Philippines. Hegseth announced unwavering support for Manila. The U.S. and the Philippines are expanding their ties. Both nations see China as a threat, but the optics in Manila were rather tame. Two joint press conferences were held. Both lacked substance. It was the usual diplomatic stuff. Both sides spoke of securing the Indo-Pacific region. There were multiple mentions of maintaining the status quo, and they agreed to increase deterrence. China was mentioned just once. Taiwan was not mentioned at all. All of this was in Manila. Then Hegseth went to Japan and his tone changed completely. He has made some big announcements in Tokyo. One, the US is recommitting to Japan. Two, the US will send more troops to Japan. And three, a new war-fighting command will be established in Japan. Listen to this.
Ooh.
America's warriors stand shoulder to shoulder every day with their Japan Self-Defense Force counterparts. Our forces operate and train together across all domains to uphold deterrence.
Ito yung sinugo ni Trump, mga tol, no? So unang-una nga, bumisita rito sa Pilipinas. Syempre nakakaranas tayo, mga tol, ng mga pangharas mula rito sa China. At etong Japan ay hindi rin naman nakakaligtas, mga tol, dahil inaagawan din sila ng teritoryo ng China. So ngayon, nagpadala naman dito ngayon ng sugo ulit si Trump after dito sa Pilipinas, nandirito si Hegseth. At ang plano, mga tol, gumawa ng paraan o gumawa ng mga hakbang para i-counter o para labanan ng China.
America and Japan stand firmly together in the face of aggressive and coercive actions by the Communist Chinese.
Diba? China pa rin ang topic, mga tol, dito sa Pilipinas at dito sa Japan.
And with that, I want to announce that the Defense Department has started phase 1 of upgrading U.S. Forces Japan to a joint force headquarters.
Hegseth directly named China as a threat, and he said this in Tokyo. So clearly, Trump is pivoting hard towards Japan. He's creating a new war-fighting command.
Naku, pag malamang sa malamang kasi narinig na talaga to ng China. Malamang nag-iinit talaga ulo nila ngayon kay Trump, no? Pero mo, pumunta rito sa Pilipinas, topic sila. Pumunta ron sa Japan, topic sila. Kasi naman, mga kapatid, sa ginagawa ba naman ng China, 'di ba? Sino ba naman kasing gugustuhin maging kaibigan sila kung ganyan ang trato sa'yo? Diba? Ikaw ba gugustuhin mong kaibigan yung inaagaw lahat ng pag-aari mo?
What does that mean? What is the Warfighting Command? You see, as of now, the US has many soldiers in Japan, more than 55,000 troops, according to the latest reports. More than 55,000 American troops in Japan. It is the largest overseas deployment for Washington. These American troops are scattered across Japan, mostly in 8 major bases.
Mas malaki pala yung ng US sa Japan kaysa sa Pilipinas, no?
But there are nearly 120 US military facilities. I'll repeat that for you. 120 military facilities in Japan are American.
Oh.
And all of these come under one unit. It is called the United States Forces Japan. This unit is a subordinate of the US Indo-Pacific Command. It oversees logistical and administrative tasks in Japan. And now this unit will get its own war room. Because Trump sees Japan as the first line of defense. So the US commander in Japan can now launch offensive missions. And this is a major shift in the American doctrine. Until now, they were only training Japanese forces. They were not meant to launch attacks. So this is a serious upgrade. Listen to this.
No, kaya nandirito mga kapatid sa Japan, no? Kasi bukod sa malakas naman din talaga tong Japan at maaasahan to ng Amerika, 'di ba? Bukod kasi sa China mga kapatid, isa sa mga binabantayan nila yung makulit na si Kim Jong-un. Malapit lang yan eh, katapat lang yan eh, South Korea tas North Korea mga tol. Napakalapit kaya nga laging nagagalit ang Japan mga tol tuwing nagpapalipad ng ballistic missile to si Kim Jong-un kasi sa karagatan nila madalas bumabagsak eh kapag sumasablay eh, o kaya yung mga debris doon bumabagsak eh. So talagang maraming ano rito no mga sundalo.
This also means reorganizing U.S. Forces Japan into a warfighting headquarters, increasing its staff and giving its commander the authorities needed to accomplish new missions. As I mentioned in our meeting, America and Japan, we seek peace. But as my first platoon motto says, those who long for peace must prepare for war. We must be prepared.
Hegseth said the US and Japan must be prepared for war. His message has surely calmed nerves in Tokyo. Why do I say this? What was Tokyo worried about? Donald Trump's utterances. Just earlier this month, Trump had different plans for Japan. He wanted to end the US-Japan Security Treaty. This is a treaty that was signed way back in 1960. It allows the US to have these military bases on Japanese soil. And it has been the cornerstone of America's Indo-Pacific strategy. Japan depends on the US for security. It doesn't even have an army of its own. The Japanese only have what they call a self-defense force.
Oh.
But they've had a treaty with the US, a treaty that has held for 75 years. Then Donald Trump happened. He wanted to shred this treaty. He said America should not defend Japan because Japan does not offer security guarantees to the US, which is true, but only partially. You see, the US is like a bodyguard for Japan, but Tokyo is not freeloading. Japan pays almost $2 billion every year for this American security. $2 billion. This covers operational and housing costs for the American troops. Uncle Sam is clearly a costly security service provider. And there's more. This pact gives the US access to prime real estate. There are American facilities on nearly all of Japan's strategic islands, like Okinawa, which is the closest Japanese island to Taiwan. It also houses the largest American base in the Indo-Pacific. So it makes sense for the US to have Japan as a strategic ally. And Donald Trump knows this. He's trying to arm twist them to get a better deal. That's classic real estate tycoon behavior. But it's also counterproductive because ending the security pact with Japan will be a setback to the US. America's strategy against China is incomplete without Japan. And Pete Hegseth's visit is an admission of that reality. He has set the tone with a new war command and additional troops. Clearly, Trump is in no mood to let go of Japan.
Greeting you with aloha.
Pero imagine nyo mga tol kapag ganun nang nangyari, kumbaga parang kinakalagan talaga nila yung natutulog ng dragon. Kasi sa mahabang panahon mga tol, etong Japan ay hindi nga nagsasagawa ng kanilang mga pang-opensa. Puro pan-defense lang nila. Kasi nga dahil dun sa kasunduan yun ng Japan at saka ng Amerika noong panahon pa na natalo ng Amerika ang Japan, di ba mga tol? Pero ngayon, pag nangyari nga yan na tapusin na ni Donald Trump yung ganong kasunduan mga tol, talagang mapipilitan ng Japan na magpalakas na lalo ng husto mga tol. At kailangan na nila talagang protektahan ng sarili nila dahil di na sila pwedeng umasa pa sa Amerika, di ba? Alam naman natin kung gaano kalakas tong Japan kahit dati pa eh. Lalo pa kaya ngayon mga tol, baka hindi nga natin alam, may mga nakatago ng Gundam dyan eh. Anyway mga kapatid, bilang isang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo dito sa mga hakbangin ngayon ni Donald Trump? Pwede kang magbigay ng iyong komento, pwede kang magbigay ng iyong reaction mga tol. Talagang tinitignan nila threat ang ginagawa ng China, ang ginagawa ng Beijing o ni Xi Jinping sa buong mundo mga tol, yung kanilang pag-expand, yung kanilang pangbubuli, pangaharas, pananakop ng mga teritoryo. Threat talaga yon, lalo-lalo na ngayon na distinguish nila yung 2027 is panahon na Chinese invasion sa Taiwan mga tol, di ba? At talagang pwedeng pagsimulan niya ng kaguluhan. Anyway, pwede kang magbigay ng comment sa ibaba. Hanggang sa muli, ako nga pala si Shobal D. Peace out.